Because here's the thing is, we want juiciness.
Sam Gaynor, number 28 behind the gate.
I'll ask him some questions.
My mindset is so simple. I just want to get better. I want to get better, and I want to work with great people. It's really simple.
Sam Gaynor, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. You know what? Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. I mean, it was pretty quick, but I'm excited to do this.
How was your season?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, coming into it, honestly, I didn't even expect to be racing that much. You know, I was kind of over it at the end of 2022, and I was just not having fun. So then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna step away. When Steve had some stuff go on, he asked me if I'd step in on the 250. Yeah, it was honestly a really good year. Finished 7th overall in the outdoors and stayed healthy all year. First time in 13 years. So, I mean, I'm pretty stoked with it.
I'm super stoked that you're here. And you know, I've known you for a long time, actually. I think we used to race together, right?
Yeah, I think when I did my very first intermediate race, it was actually against, you were in that race. It was Mudco Mountain or one of the MMRS races, and I remember it was raining and I was absolutely covered in sand at the back of the pack, not having much fun.
No, I do remember going there. Like, that was an awesome track. 7th overall in the MX series. You have a very interesting story. You're like an underdog.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, growing up, it was, you know, I wasn't the guy, and there was the Fab 3. I was always just kind of an afterthought, you know. My dad used to race road racing, and that's kind of how we got into the bike stuff. And then 2018 was kind of my breakout year. I got to represent Team Canada as youth ambassador, so that was really cool. Here we are 5 years later, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. 2-time pre-mix champion and having fun with it, really.
You're like a beast, right? Like, because you do pre-mix and 250 on the Triple Crown days, right?
In 2021, I did both on the 125, and then this year I went back and forth. But yeah, it was it's pretty fun.
And you're a working man. Like, you have a full-time job, right?
Yeah, I frame houses full-time. So it's definitely busy trying to, you know, fly out on Saturday mornings or Friday nights and then try to be back to work on Monday. It's definitely a lot, but
you throw it down and you can get in the mix with these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could maybe be more of a title hunter if I maybe didn't work and I put in the work in motocross all week long. But, you know, at the point I'm in right now in my life, I just kind of want to, you know, do normal life, save up for a house, save up for life, but also have fun. So that's the best balance I have right now.
It's a really good heartfelt story to be a working man and get out there and mix it up.
You know, I've raced with a broken back. I've raced with broken wrist. My wrist is still broken. So, you know, I'll always show up and give my 100%.
The whole Steve Sims program is a different program. Like, you guys are buddies, okay? You work. You're not just a rider.
You know, my relationship with Steve kind of started in 2017, 2018, you know, we're not a family that comes from a ton of money. So my dad would always hit up Steve and ask him to buy like used tires from the team or used plastic from the team when I would break stuff. You said a lot more than just racing. Like, we're friends. We live 30 minutes apart, and you know, it's probably weekly visits, or, you know, we always go out and have a beer in the off season. And, you know, we're more than just motocross buddy, because Steve is family, really. And, you know, going into 2024 without Steve is going to be difficult. I mean, he's still going to be a part of the program. He's still going to support me, but, you know, I'm not going to be riding for him. So
coming into 24, like, tell me, there's a new program.
I've always had the dream of doing US Nationals. So, you know, next year I plan to do Redbud, Southwick, and Ironman down in the States.
On your own dime.
Yeah, on my own dime.
Let's support him, okay? Because this is a hardworking kid, right?
Yeah, this is just, you know, I've had a bucket list in my life, and this is just part of the bucket list. And, you know, it's going to be really exciting. I'm excited for it. And like Southwick, I'm going to do Southwick, and then me and my dad are going to sleep through the night, and my buddy's coming with us, and he's going to drive through the night to get to Gopher.
That's ambitious.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. It's, yeah, but like you said, it's all on my own dime, so.
23, Sam Gaynor, hardworking guy, right? You're gonna step it up for 24 and do even more, but like on your own dime.
The only thing we're gonna miss out on is just the West Coast. You know, financially can't really justify going out there, and then also missing work. You know, I fell out of love with this sport, and I was pretty over it for a little bit there. And then within the last year, it's been, you know, I've surrounded myself with better people, people with different mindset, stuff like that. And it's just been, you know, it's helped me just fall back in love with it.
Burnout. Okay? And I think that's like super real for you. So, what are your keys? You know, maybe if you can give some advice.
You know, you got to keep yourself motivated, but you also got to have fun with your life. I mean, we're all at an age that, you know, we want to do other things in life. You want to experience other things. You want to go snowboarding. You want to go do anything, you know. You still got to have fun. And that's the part that I found with me was difficult, that I was just, for a while there, it was just like moto. It'd be like 4 days a week and then racing on the weekend and then 4 days a week. And it was like, you know what, maybe take a day or two less during the week and like go, you know, yeah, do your gym stuff, but then maybe like go to your buddies and go wakeboarding or go sea-doing or, you know, go do fun stuff.
Figuring out how to stay motivated with such a long off season, but don't get burnout. Have fun with it, and then that will materialize into better results.
Last summer in 2023, I could tell you I did not go in the gym one time. Like, not a single time did I touch the gym, and you know, that's probably definitely not the right approach. I should have tried to do a little bit more, but after I go to work for a 10-hour day, you know, the last thing I really want to do is hit the gym and then go to bed. You know, that's just full on burnout. I'm definitely going to step it up a little bit in 2024.
I mean, it didn't show though, because like late in the moto, in the 250 motos last year, like you were still hanging it out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I always feel like the end of the moto is my best part of the moto. Going up to the 450 class for next year, I feel like, you know, yes, you still got to hang it out, but it's a little bit less. It's, you know, 450 class isn't all these kids, you know, so
yeah.
I'm excited for next year, and like I said, I'm gonna step up the program a little bit, but you know, I also got to be real with myself that, you know, I'm going to work every day and then trying to figure out how to get to the race and get home on time for work. So
you're moving up to the 450 class for 24.
Yeah, that's the plan. You know, I've always been a 450 guy, I feel, especially since 2018. I need to be on a 450, as at the end of the year we went to Auburn Hills and Tanner beat me in all 4 motos that we did, but like there was a couple that I was on him, and then like after the one moto, Tanner even pulled over and he's like, man, you need to ride a 450 next year. Like, this is what you belong on, this is what you're fast on. And you know, I kind of embraced that, and that was kind of cool of Tanner to say that.
What's the key for the 450? Is it suspension?
Yeah, 450 is really just suspension and put a pipe on it, and you know, just find a setting that you really feel comfortable with. You know, like a cockpit that you're comfortable with, the seat height, bars, stuff like that. Just stuff that's easy to change. You don't need to dive into the motor. Gas for next year.
You know, if there's one brand that I felt like kind of stepped it up this year, it has been Gas.
Gas has been making a good push, and you know, the KTM family, really all 3 brands have been making a good push, and I mean, they're really at the top of the game.
Time Tanner Ward came over and I filmed him, and I totally forgot to hit record. We're hoping to see you more at some local races, or what?
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, the best kind of practice you can get is racing, and obviously, yeah, the pros will be out west and stuff, but yeah, the plan's start riding right when the snow melts, and then yeah, do all the local races up until the series comes east, and then it'll be full push, you know, and we'll be in the States and Canada, and yeah, it'll be fun. Hopefully stay healthy the whole year.
Do you think Galdi's gonna have some super awesome prize money to, you know, help you guys out, or what?
That would be pretty sweet. Come on, Galdi, you need a little bit more pepper in there.
Okay.
I really do appreciate what Galdi does.
I think you showing up at the local races and being a fan favorite has a lot of value to your sponsors, and you know, I'm excited to see you showcase that.
Gotta put yourself out there, and I mean, yes, you can go to the practice track and practice as much as you want, but you gotta race to get better. You gotta do gate drops to continue to get better and put yourself out there.
Let me ask you this: are you gonna race premix and 450 again next year?
That's the plan as of right now. I think on the East Coast we're gonna do both. Try to hunt down another title on the premix bike. That'd be fun.
Steve Sims, your team manager, beauty guy, right?
Steve's an absolute beauty. Yeah, I wouldn't be where I am in this sport without Steve. That's for sure.
Do you think anybody will be on a Suzuki this year, or what?
Just talking to a couple people, and there were some people saying like, yeah, we'll support you if you ride a Suzuki and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I don't know. Suzuki's a hard brand.
Anybody in the 450 class you afraid of? Like, is there a Vince Freeze out there?
I'm not afraid of nobody. I mean, I've raced against Michael Alessi. I've had Michael Alessi come up to me and get in my face. I've had Phil Nicoletti in my face. I've had Dylan Wright in my face. I've had people, you know, I've had a lot of top elite guys, you know, kind of get into it or be upset with something that I did, or, you know, getting in their way on a qualifying lap or something. So yeah, no, I'm not afraid of anybody. You could put me out there with Vince Freeze and I wouldn't be worried.
You might guard a little bit if Vince Freeze is out there, I would say, right?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, or try to pull Vince Freeze on Vince Freeze.
Yeah. Like, you're a super nice guy. Like, you know, I can't really envision like somebody being in your face. Like, obviously it's something wrong with them.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's all one side, but I mean, there's just, you know, racing incidents. You know, sometimes you just don't see someone and you cut them off, or, you know, you go to change ruts or something and there's someone there and you take them out or something, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, don't really have beef with anyone except for a couple premix guys that go unnamed, but I try to brighten people's days, and that's pretty much all I can do. It's you know, Galdi does an awesome job with the amateur stuff in Ontario, and you know, Lockhart does a really good job on the West Coast with like the WCAN, and
it's awesome to see everybody kind of working together, and
Yeah.
I hope that can expand more, you know. Is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people I'd like to thank, and obviously everyone from the team last year and the last 3 years, but you know, you got to extend it further than that, you know, back to like Ian Hayden and Moto Park days, and Andre Lauren for giving me an opportunity. Obviously Steve Sims is like biggest guy in my career, really. We're kind of like a Roger DeCosta, Ryan Dungey type deal. So obviously Steve Sims, Troy Designs, Gas, Atlas neck braces, counter shocks, TCD, Mama Mary. She did all the cooking and a lot of traveling with a bunch of boys all summer, and she was really awesome. My mom, my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, my girlfriend, my girlfriend's family, and everyone else.
I remember those Moto Park days a little bit. I remember seeing you at Moto Park
Yeah, Moto Park
with red and white numbers.
Yeah, Moto Park was it feels like forever ago, but realistically wasn't that long ago.
I did race you at Moto Park, and we were both in junior, I think.
I think I remember that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's actually a picture of us somewhere out
I
there.
really want to thank you for coming and doing this. You know, like, I'm rambling too much. I just want to thank you.
Thank you. Our 4 photo is, you know, you supported us last year with the race team, and you've always got really good content, and I look forward to working with you all year in 2024.
All right, thank you for coming, sir. You know,
Thank
it's
you.
a pleasure.
Coming into 2024, I'm super stoked, and I can't wait to show you guys what's up.